very dear and distinguished friends of the legal fraternity from different parts of the world and from different parts of India. It is my proud privilege and pleasure to extend to you all a very warm welcome. We are very fortunate to have amongst us our patron, the Doyen of the Indian Bar, the senior most of the seniors at the Supreme Court, former Union Law Minister, eminent jurist, and relentless fighter for rule of law and for all good causes, Shri Ram Jethmalani. May I request you to please give a big hand. We are also beholden to and very gratified with the presence of a good number of eminent jurists, attorneys, practitioners of law, professors, and others from several countries outside India, as also from within the country. Friends, today is a very special day in India's history. It was on this day, 65 years ago, that the Constitution of India was adopted, enacted, and given to ourselves by we, the people of India, in our Constituent Assembly. Since the Constitution is the basic law of the land that is administered by all courts in India, this day is celebrated as the National Law Day. We at the Indian National Bar Association also pay our homage to rule of law and traditions of constitutionalism by organizing some meaningful events on this day every year. The last 65 years, friends, in India's history have been very eventful. Changes have come at hurricane speed. Centuries often appeared to have been compressed into years. What earlier used to happen in centuries was happening within years. We had many significant achievements and also as many dismal failures. There is much to complain and lament about in India. But, friends, there is also enough to be proud. India is among the few functioning democracies in the world. We often brag about our democracy being the largest in the world. Whatever problems and crises we faced have been resolved within the framework of law all these years. There have been as many as 16 general elections to Lok Sabha and a few hundred elections to various state assemblies. And it is universally accepted that they have been very largely free and fair. And what is more important, every time after every election, the transfer of power has been entirely peaceful, which speaks volumes for the maturity of democracy in this country, particularly when we compare it with several neighboring countries. all these 65 years, unity and integrity of the nation have survived all onslaughts. Press has remained free and judiciary independent. Constitutionalism and rule of law have reigned supreme, despite some temporary aberrations like the one during emergency. The recent happy turnaround has also come about through democratic processes. And today, we are living in very fateful and challenging times where I believe the legal fraternity has a very important role to play in shaping events and making decisions at the highest levels. Friends, the Indian National Bar Association, INBA in short, is among the largest bar associations in the country. In many ways, it is unique and has acquired a distinct identity of its own. It is incorporated as a non-profit, non-political, non-governmental association. Its objectives include representing the interests and social responsibilities of the legal community, striving to reform the legal system and justice delivery to reduce delays and costs, and identifying obsolete and unfair statutes, rules, regulations, and bureaucratic practices coming in the way of national growth and development. The spirit and vital energy behind INBA is its highly committed and dedicated Secretary General, Kaviraj Singh. According to some very useful and impressive data supplied by him to me last night, INBA, within a short time, has already achieved a membership of some 6,500. The members include leading advocates, eminent judges, multinational organizations, NGOs, law firms, senior law professors and government officers, jurists, law publishers, and other stakeholders, including law students. Majority of INBA members, you will be glad to know, are young lawyers spread all over the country. In-house counsels are also INBA members. INBA has its very active presence in various parts of India through its regional fora in different states. Also, INBA has its chapters in Washington, D.C., New York, Madrid, and Milano, and in Germany, Australia, UAE, Kenya, etc. Activities of INBA include exchanging views in legal matters through online fora and partnerships around the globe, organizing and supporting seminars, debates, competitions, and conferences, and participating in important events in India and abroad, conducting researches and providing legal aid to the needy, and counseling in ADR, PIL, etc., helping young law students and upcoming lawyers in various ways, and hosting delegations and dignitaries from abroad. One of the latest and somewhat courageous research projects being undertaken by INBA with the help of law students is that of analyzing the performance of individual judges of various high courts in India. Tentative results in respect of one high court reveal that the average number of judgments delivered by a judge varied between 3 to 52 per month, between 3 to 52 per month. The study may have considerable impact potential in the context of our having over 3 million cases pending in high courts. Over 33,000 in Supreme Court itself, and some 25 million in subordinate courts. Unless some systemic reforms in juris management are brought about urgently, it is estimated that it might take 350 years to clear the backlog, even if no new cases are filed. Friends, I think I should stop here because we are all eager to hear Shri Jethmalani ji and later other distinguished friends as per program. Dear and distinguished friends, I once again welcome you all. Thank you. May I request Shri Jethmalani ji to deliver his address. कविराज, कुछ लाइट यहाँ बढ़ सकती है क्या? कुछ लाइट बढ़ सकती है कुछ? हाँ, he would have difficulty. I was also having some difficulty because light is very poor here. देख लीजिए अगर बढ़ सकती है. ये ऑन कर सकते हैं शायद कुछ और. मुझे भी दिक्कत हो रही थी थोड़ी.
और हम आपके सेशन में उम्मीद नहीं करें फिर आप पढ़ेंगे पेपर.
Make it as near as you can, that's all.
Can you bring it nearer? Yeah. Somewhat nearer.
What is this is supposed to be recording, is it?
Yeah, video recording.
Oh,
Every moment.
all right.
That's better.
Thank you.
That's better.
Good.
My very distinguished comrades at the bar sharing the stage with me, our distinguished guests from many parts of the world, particularly the United States, President and office bearers of this august association, charming ladies, and only slightly less charming gentlemen. I do not propose to speak about what they call bread and butter subjects. It's quite a scandal that we have these enormous, unpardonable arrears in the disposal of our cases. The solution is simple. More than one law commission has reported that India needs 5 times the number of courts that exist today. Somehow, administration of justice and prompt administration of justice are practically non-existent on the agenda of all governments that have come into power from time to time. I hope the pressure of the bar and pressure of the litigants has certainly moved the new government which has come into power now. And I assure you that I have been a supporter of the new regime, but if the new regime does nothing about dealing with this malady of ours, I will turn out to be as great an opponent as I have been a supporter. Well, my friend Kashyap reminded us that today is a great day in the history of India. Our constitution partly came into force on the 26th of November 1949, and the remainder of the constitution came into force on the 26th of January next year, when India became a sovereign, independent republic. The Constitution of India was framed under very, very strange circumstances. It was not a very happy event. Our country was divided into India and Pakistan, and the worst feature of this partition was that the division took place on the basis of religion. We on this side were under some pressure to make India also some kind of a Hindu republic, just as on the other side of the new border, they had pronounced their country to be the Islamic Republic of Pakistan. We avoided this temptation, and in spite of some provocation, we made India into a sovereign democratic republic and made